Good morning. Today is October 16th, 2023, the year of the 33rd anniversary of Mary Claire King's discovery of the BRCA1 gene. This is Biology News on Channel 7. I'm your host, Sophia Goss. Today we are here to talk about the amazing scientist, Mary Claire King, who discovered breast cancer is a genetic trait. She ended up winning a Nobel Prize for her findings and was the first female Nobel Prize winner. But first, let's give some background information. She was born on February 27, 1946. One of King's best friends died of breast cancer when she was in high school at the age of 15. This was the very reason she became interested in science in hopes of preventing and treating such illnesses. This experience sparked King's interest in research for science and cancer. King had 4 once-in-a-lifetime ideas, or blue moon ideas. These ideas consist of a comparative protein analysis that chimps and humans are 99% identical in their genetic structure.
Her first breakthrough came in 1975 at UC Berkeley, where she proved the genetic link between humans and chimpanzees was 99% identical.
The second was using a mitochondrial DNA sequencing to prove the connection between grandmothers and their grandchildren who have been kidnapped during Argentina's so-called Dirty War.
In the 80s, King's passion for human rights took her down a different path. After the 6-year Dirty War left hundreds of Argentinian children orphaned, it was King's development of mitochondrial DNA sequencing that allowed grandmothers to legally reclaim their lost grandchildren.
Our development of mitochondrial DNA sequencing as a tool for identification was at the demand of the abuelas. They said there must be a way of following lineages through women. And I said, well, yes. And they said, all right, Nina, go back to Berkeley and figure it out. Yamanos when you figured it out. So I did.
While this discovery has had monumental effects on families worldwide,
her third discovery was the existence of the genetic mutation called BRCA1 and 2, which is the breast cancer gene found in chromosomes 17 and 13.
In 1990, after a 15-year-long hunt, she traced breast cancer to a single gene, BRCA1, a monumental first step in the continuing battle against the disease.
The women who have developed this condition want it to be solved. So I feel absolutely in solidarity, to use an old 60s term, with the women who are the participants in our work. It's much easier, much more fun, much more productive to work with a community that wants you to work with them.
Her fourth and final discovery was more of an understanding of how the role of genetic mutations play in the development of schizophrenia in otherwise healthy individuals.
Her current research into the genetic mutations of patients with schizophrenia is shedding new light on a largely unknown subject and offering new hope to those who suffer from this destructive disease. While others seek out the spotlight, Mary Claire King remains committed.
In total, she is a geneticist, a teacher, a mother, a human rights activist, and a woman of many edges and corners. She won the National Medal of Science for discovering the genes BRCA1 and 2. She received her undergraduate in mathematics from Carleton College in 1967, then completed her thesis in 1972 and received her doctorate in genetics from the University of California in Berkeley in 1973. She is working at the University of Washington as a genetics professor. She is currently 77, and Mary, we thank you for all you have done. And that's all for Biology News on Channel 7. I am your host, Sophia Goss, and have a great day.
Genetics has changed remarkably, radically, fundamentally, completely in the time I've been in the field. We are so incredibly lucky to be doing genetics now. It's a magical time. It's the stuff that dreams are made of. I can't imagine doing anything that's more fun.